Hi, welcome back to another Sunday weekly weigh-in check-in. I don't actually love calling it a weekly weigh-in. Sometimes that number is just not important. Actually, it's never important. We do talk about it and I do always share it, but I don't spend the entire time whining about it. Although my weight is totally fine this week. I know I kind of set that up to sound like it was a bad week. It was not a bad week. It was a great week. My mind has just been all over the damn place this week, and it's probably just because it's January and it's the beginning of 2026 and my ADHD is on high alert. It's wanting me to change everything. It's wanting me to burn everything to the ground and start over. And there's just so much going on in my mind this week. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about how my week went, what I ate, what I didn't eat. Did I track? Did I not track? We'll talk about the numbers on the scale. I am actually using a new scale. We'll talk about that today as well. There's so much to talk about. If you don't know who I am, my name is Nikki and I share everything GLP-1 related here on this channel. I also share on Instagram and TikTok if you like short form content, totally different style of content than what I share here. This is where my heart is. I love talking to you just like this, as if we were having a coffee date and we were just hanging out. This is my favorite way to share my story. I talk about the ups, the downs, everything. I share it all. Lots of controversy just because I don't follow the typical rules of being on a weight loss journey that most people want me to. And I don't shy away from talking about that stuff. So if that is your type of content, please hit that subscribe button because every single new subscription means so much to me and I appreciate it so much. I do have a real goal of one day doing this full time. So every single time you like a video, you hit that subscribe button, you hype this up, really gets me closer to that goal without you having to do too much. The biggest thing actually that you can do to help me would be to watch this video all the way through and like it at the end, because that is how the YouTube algorithm pushes our videos out to more people. So that's actually the best thing you could do for me, and you have no idea how much I appreciate that every time you do. All right, let's talk about this week. Let's start with a number. I did weigh in this morning at 184.1. I guess I should like double check. I am actually weighing in on 3 different scales, but the scale that I use for my weekly weigh-in number is a scale that I've used ever since the beginning. It's the scale that I've had for the longest, and I just don't like shaking things up because all 3 of the scales are saying a different number, which I will tell you all 3 of the numbers, but I'm actually using the scale that is the lowest. Not my fault. It's just the scale that I've used since the beginning. It's my V-Sync scale. It's just a typical scale. It's not a body composition scale. Just step on it, sends it to my phone, Bluetooth. I love it. And it is actually reading the lowest number right now. I actually weighed in on my V-Sync scale this morning at 184.7 pounds. And then I also weighed in on the Human Body Scale. That is the body composition scale that I got recently that you guys know about. I do find the data the hardest to find in the Human Body Pod app. I actually hate the app. And I think I'm paying for it, which means I'm going to stop paying for it because I have this new scale that I'm going to start using over it, because I can't figure out what I weighed. It's saying 186, but I don't think I weighed exactly 186. I think it like will round it and it won't give me the actual number unless I like open up a different form or a document. I don't know, but it's saying 186. So 184.7 to 186, that kind of makes me mad. I don't like 186. So we're gonna cut that moving forward. I don't think I'm going to weigh in on the Human Body Scale anymore, actually. I'm going to let my husband take that scale and use that scale because I got a new scale, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you right now because you know that's how I am. This scale was sent to me for free to become an affiliate partner with them and to share it. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm holding up my obligation of sharing it with you guys. I am in no way telling you that you have to purchase it. Obviously, If you like it, you think it's cool, then absolutely purchase it. But my goal is to share it with you so that I get it for free. It's an awesome scale and I wanted it. So full transparency, that's what we're doing. The scale is called the Path Scale, and the app is absolutely beautiful. Actually, I am a full-on aesthetics girly, and I love things that look pretty. And the Path app is made for women by women, so it's not surprising to me that the app is gorgeous and the scale is gorgeous, and it's just really cool. It's heavy, but the scale actually looks like this. So it's just plain white, and you can see Path right there, just PATH period. And it is a body composition, so it has the handle, you step on it, the charger is right there, so you charge it. And it has the metal on both sides, which I think is interesting. I think that's just going to read better than anything. It is actually bigger than the Hume Body Pod. I realized it is actually much bigger, but I kind of like that because it goes up. Like, I think you can be like 450 pounds or something like that. Like, it's made to actually be used for anybody that needs a scale. It's actually called a Path system because it comes with a scale, and then it also comes with a tape measure, which is really awesome because it's one of those tape measures that you can put into the hole. I have one of these already, but this one works better because it stays. The other one, I have a hard time getting it to stay, but you literally take it and you put it and then it stays like that. And then you can measure, and it has a digital display here. And the check mark is how you actually put it into the app. So you will just put it on whatever body part you want to measure. You press this button and it goes in. And then once you're ready, you press that check and it sends it directly to the app. So you don't have to type anything in. It is so easy to use. I actually did all of my measurements yesterday with it, and I love it. It's also just gorgeous. It's really pretty and digital. And the app actually has 12 different programs that you will be put into depending on your weight and your goals. So you take like this little like quiz. I got put into the GLP-1 program because I'm on GLP-1 meds, and it actually has like this whole program that I can do. You guys know me, I'm probably not going to do any of this, but if you like stuff like this, it's really cool. I'll probably dive into it a little bit. I just don't really have time to read all of this. What I'm here for, though, is the scanning aspect, and you can see down below, it tells you how much weight you've lost. It tells you a little bit of a snapshot here, which is really cool. But when you click on, so you can click on all records, and you can see that I've weighed in twice on this scale. And then here is the measurements that I took yesterday. And it's just all housed right here. So measuring tape, body scanner. And when you click on it, that's going to open up your data, and it's going to have all of this information for you to look at and read through. And when I compared this to the Hume Body Pod today, it's very much the same, very, very tiny little bit fractions of differences, which makes me really excited that this is just as accurate as the Hume Body Pod. And one of my favorite things here is that it actually tells you your body type. Right here you can see my progress timeline, and then if you scroll down, it gives you the like body percentages. You could do the muscle balance and the fat balance. So that's there, but then you have body composition analysis, and down here is where it says your body type. So there's 9 different body types. I'll give you a second to just look at that real quick. There's 9 different body types, and obviously I want to be in one of these green body types, but it's kind of cool to see that it has me pegged as like high muscle and high fat, because I do believe that I do have a lot of muscle on my body. I just always have. I've been very athletic my entire life, but I have a lot of body fat as well. So it's really cool that it gives me that fat ratio. Obviously, I can't wait to be in a more balanced area. Like, I would love to hit that balanced in the middle. It has all of the things that you would want. And then it also gives you a recommended calorie intake right here. I'm excited about using it. I appreciate that they sent it to me and I will be using it every single week. So with this one, I weigh in every Saturday, and then my V-Sync, I weigh in every single day because I just jump on it on my way back from the bathroom. Like I get out of bed, go to the bathroom, step on the scale, and then start getting ready for my day. So that's where I do that. And then with the body scan, I will do it every Saturday. And then the measurements, I will do it every month. So measurements once a month, body scan once a week, and then my V-Sync, I have been weighing in every single day. I know I try to get away from that. I failed miserably. I like weighing in every day. I just like the data. There was a point 2 weeks ago, like right before I went on my vacation, where the scale did get down to 182. So I am 2 pounds higher than that. Not surprising because I went on vacation. I wasn't tracking. I've actually been really sick the last like week and a half. Not like, I guess not really sick, but just annoyingly sick, like coughing and congestion and sore throat and just not feeling my best. I also just started my period yesterday, which is probably playing a role as to why the scale is up a little bit. So not worried about that number whatsoever. I have also created a GLP-1 Girl Code journal that I'm using. This is what it looks like. Look at how pretty this is. I am obsessed. I have created it for myself to just kind of get into the right mind space. And I love writing with an Apple Pencil. And I already filled out my why. You guys can pause it real quick if you want to read it. This one says, a reminder I want to come back to. I don't need to be skinny to be at goal. Stop when you feel good. Slow counts and stop comparing yourself. Like those are the things that I really want to make sure I'm doing. And then it has a weigh-in table. This is my shot tracker. I have coloring pages between every section because I love coloring with a pencil on my iPad. I think it's so relaxing. And sometimes if I feel like I want to be snacky, then I pull this out and I start coloring instead. And because most of the time when I'm wanting to eat something and I'm watching TV, it's because I just want to move because my ADHD doesn't like for me to just sit still. So I grab this and I start coloring one of the pages. And then it's split up into 12 weeks, and each week essentially has the same layout. First, you start with your week's focus and weekly targets. And then this is my favorite page right here. This is the habit tracker. I'm going to start focusing on 5 habits every single week, and then I'm going to come back and check them off. For example, my first habit will be to work out 3 times this week. So I would just write that in, 3 workouts. And then by the end of the week, I should have 3 of those boxes checked, right? And then it goes into a daily reflections page to where you can just literally journal every single day. And then at the end, you've got a weekly check-in and a notes page, and then of course the coloring page, and then it goes to the next week. This is something that I have put together, something that I created myself, that I am personally using, and it will be something that I do offer. It's going to be like ridiculously affordable, but again, it's just one of those things that I'm putting out there to try to earn a full-time income. I also did not track this week, and I think that was a lot to do with just my mental health this week. My mind is all over the place. I got back from vacation and went back to work. And after like winter break, I was already in this mindset of like, I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to, like, I'm so burnt out of teaching. I've been teaching for 12 years. This year is really, really difficult. I have probably the biggest behavior difficulty that I have had in 12 years of teaching. And I'm burnt out. My admin is amazing. They're helping me so much. And everyone is like, they're rallying around and we're doing everything we can for the student in my class because we want him there. I want him in my classroom, but it's so difficult and it's really exhausting. So by the time I get home, I'm so tired, and then I'm still trying to put out content. I'm still editing. I'm still doing all of that because that is what I love to do. So I'm exhausted from working. And then I'm coming home and I want to make content. I want to edit my videos. I want to make YouTube videos because that's my passion right now. I love making content like this, but I'm so tired that it makes it really difficult. So my brain is just in this mental space of like, how can I get to a point where there's a possibility that I can do this full time? Like, how can I? And then my mind goes back to making TikTok shop videos, because when I make TikTok shop videos, I make a lot of money, but it's exhausting and I don't want to. Like, that's not the content that I want to make. And I think just my mind has been, don't do the things that you don't want to do, because then you're just like going to get burnt out. And then it's just like the same thing as your teaching job. You're going to be burnt out because I don't like making TikTok shop videos. I can make them every now and then. Like if I'm just doing something quick, like every now and then I'll film myself taking my supplements in the morning and throw it on TikTok shop because it's easy. But what I don't want to do is sit down and make an ad style content. Like I'm not an actress. I'm not a commercial actress. Like I don't want to make these TikTok shop videos where and you have to make like hundreds of them, and then one of them will pop off and then you'll make a really good amount of money. But it's so much work and I can't do that. I cannot do that, especially working full time. So I'm having to really convince myself and tell myself, like, you don't need to do this. Just keep posting on YouTube, keep posting on Instagram, keep making the content that you enjoy, and at some point it's going to pay off. And I think for me, my biggest thing is that I want to be paid by the platforms, not by you guys. Like I want you guys to just be able to enjoy my content and watch it and hopefully learn from me and be inspired by me, but I don't want to be reliant on like you buying things that I'm selling in order to be a full-time content creator. Like I know that's part of it. I know that, but I want to be able to just share things that I use naturally. And then, because I do get those, like I get people in my messages all the time, like, oh, what supplement was that? Here you go. This is what I took. And then they buy it and I make a commission off of that. That to me feels good because people are coming to me to ask me what I'm actually genuinely taking. And that feels good to me and that I can live with. But what I can't live with is all of these brands in my inboxes wanting to pay me to make a video for them, even though I've never used their product. And I'm gonna like get on here, show up, and tell you all about a product that I've never used and expect you to buy it. That I just can't do that. And I know that's what influencers do. I know that is what content creators do. And I can't. And I also can't fathom the idea of someone telling me what I can and can't post on my own social media platform. So like when these brands are reaching out to me and they want me to send them my content for approval, no, like this is my platform. I should be able to put whatever I want on my platform. I don't need your approval to post something on my platform. Like that, I just can't, it doesn't sit right with me. I don't like it. I'm not telling you that I'm not gonna do it like ever, but for me, it has to be something that I love. Like for example, Javi Coffee has reached out to me and they want me to make a video. That's something that I use. Like I literally have like Javi Coffee in my pantry right now. You guys have seen me eat it, drink it, put it in, mix it in. You've seen me use it. I use it. I love it. That is something that I would feel confident and comfortable making a video on and getting paid to make that video because it is something that I use. But when someone's in my inbox that I've never heard of, I'm less likely to say yes because I would have to try it. I would have to love it before I even talk about it. So that's where I think the hard part for me is, and that's where my mind has just been, it's just been in this battleground the last 2 weeks. And that's made it to where I'm not tracking. I have tracked here and there. I'm not overeating. I'm on my GLP-1. I actually ended up taking my injection on Monday last week, so I'll be taking my injection tomorrow on Monday. And I'm doing all of the things that I'm supposed to be doing as far as taking my injection, watching what I'm eating, not eating out as much. I don't think we ate out. I only got dinner one time this week, and it was on Thursday, and we got pizza on my way home from volleyball practice. It was super late. There was no way I would have had time to cook that night. and then get Jude to bed by 7 o'clock. I still think he didn't go to bed till 7:30. So on days like that, I have no choice but to grab something to eat on our way home. Every other day this week, we had food at home. There were a few days where I did order food to school because we came back from vacation and we didn't go grocery shopping last week, so I just didn't have food to take. We are going grocery shopping today or tomorrow. I don't have school tomorrow, so I'm very excited about that. It's a 3-day weekend, so we'll go grocery shopping either today or tomorrow. I already have like all of our dinners planned and a grocery list set up, so I'm very prepared for this week. I did go to the gym this week. I went to the gym on Tuesday and had a great workout. On Monday, I worked out at home using the track Pilates thing that I have on my door. I absolutely love that, by the way. I want to record myself doing an actual program so that you guys can see how much it's really just really cool. I don't actually think that you need the body.com subscription. I think that you could just buy the track Pilates and hang it on your door and then look up exercises that you can do with it. It's just really cool. It's really cool, and I am obsessed with it. So I am planning on using that more often. And I will tell you that by Wednesday, my butt hurt so bad from doing it because I did a lower body workout with it and I was in pain. It was a good workout. I was so sore because I haven't worked out in a couple weeks. So getting my muscles back into that, which means I did work out twice this week. That is my mini goal. 3 days is my actual goal. 5 days is my end of year goal. So at least I did some working out this week. Overall, I think it was a really solid week. I just think that my mental health is playing a big role right now. And it could have been just because it was the week before my period. It really could have been. It was the week before my period. I just started my period yesterday. So maybe my mind will get in a better place as far as just shutting up. Because that's my problem. My brain just won't stop. It just goes and goes and goes and just new ideas all the time. And I need to let it settle. And I need to realize the things that I'm willing to do and the things that I'm not willing to do. And hopefully get to a place where this could be a full-time thing. We're going to get it together. We're going to get it together. Just remember that you are doing so much better than you think. We both are. We've got this. We're going to keep going. If you want to watch another video that I posted this week, I'm going to post it here. Also, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video. And if you have that hype feature, also hype it. I will see you in my next video. Bye.